Hi everybody, I'm Libby from Hero Arts, and I am so excited to be here for the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo's virtual event with the Stamping Village. This is our first time doing an event like this for Hero Arts, and we are so excited to try it out and bring some fun products and card ideas to you guys. So in the next half hour, I'm going to be making 2 cards with you, and they're going to feature some bundles that we put together specifically for the show. The first one features our Peek-A-Boo products, and the second one is our HeroScapes. Both of those are very popular product lines at Hero Arts, so we're excited to be able to bundle the products together for you to get started on those lines if you haven't used them before, or if maybe you've used some of them but you haven't used the products that we're featuring today. So the products are on the website already, but what's special for you guys is we have a discount code. It's HeroExpo20. Make sure and use that on these bundles when you check out, because that takes 20% off the price. And on our website, we always have free shipping for domestic orders that are $50 or more. So if you get up to $50 order, put in Hero Expo 20 if you're getting the bundles, and then you'll have free shipping as well. So yay. The bundles also, they're priced at retail for the products that are in there, but we also threw in enamel pins just for fun, just to make it a little bit fun for you guys to get an enamel pin for free as well. We also have a third bundle that's called I have such a hard time saying it. It's Essential Accessories. And it's some of our most popular inks, and a sampler pack of our cardstock is really beautiful, heavyweight, wonderful cardstock. You're going to love it. If you haven't tried it out, it's a good sampler pack to do so. And then our precision glue, which I love, I use every single day of my life, and our crystal clear lacquer pen that puts a little shine on your projects. And then one of my personal favorite embossing powders, which is sparkle embossing, and the embossing ink to make it work. So again, that code is HeroExpo20, and the code is good now, and it goes all the way through Sunday night at midnight Pacific. So just this weekend. So if you're going to get these combos, make sure you do it right away. All right, without any further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around and make a couple cards with you. Here they are. It's Peek-A-Boo and a HeroScape. So let's get started. Okay, first let's take a look at the 3 bundles we put together for this event. There's SB265, the Wish Big Peek-A-Boo combo. SB264 is the Lavender Field HeroScape combo. And then we have SB266, Essential Accessories combo. I'm going to go over much more detail about all of these as we make our cards today, but just wanted to remind you can find them all on HeroArts.com. If you use code HeroExpo20 at checkout, you save 20% off of these bundles. Okay, let's get stamping. We're going to make this cute Peek-A-Boo card. It features the first bundle for the show, our Wish Big Peek-A-Boo combo. The 6x8 clear set included in this combo is called Wish Big Peek-A-Boo Parts, hence the name of the combo. It has a background stamp as well as a bunch of little messages and icons that work really well with the next item in the kit, which is the Peek-A-Boo Doors Fancy Die. There's also an A2 size cling background stamp called Presents Background, and of course the fun freebie we're giving you is the snow globe pin, which is our enamel pin. So for this card we're using that Peek-A-Boo Doors Fancy Die as well as the Presents Background cling stamp. I have my Misty here all ready to go for the stamping, and we're going to use this cling stamp as I mentioned. It's a red rubber deeply etched cling stamp, and I'm putting it in my Misty without the foam pad because that's what you do with a cling stamp. You want to take that out. The pad is there if you're using clear stamps, but we're using a cling. And I'm inking it up with my Intense Black ink. The Intense Black ink is included in the Essential Accessories combo, and I love to use this ink because it's a great universal stamping black ink. It's great with Copic markers, it's great with watercolors, you can use it pretty much with everything. So I'm going to do some Copic coloring on this card, and I picked a really simple color scheme for my coloring to make it really easy. I'm just doing different shades of blue on all my gifts. Of course, there's about a million ways you could color these gifts. You can use Copics, you could use colored pencils, you could stamp on watercolor paper and do some watercoloring. You could make your presents in different colors, you could do rainbow order. You could make it look more like a Christmas card. These gifts could certainly be Christmas gifts rather than birthday. I'm making a birthday card today because the messages in our little Wish Big Peek-A-Boo Parts clear set are what I'm going to use in the windows, and those are pretty much birthday messages. So now that my coloring is done, I'm going to cut out my piece with the Peekaboo Doors Fancy die. And I'm just putting it through my die cutting machine and getting all those cute little windows cut. And I'll show you what that looks like. You can see how they open. It cuts on 3 sides of every gift, and then the other side is like a score line that makes it really easy to fold. Now I'm ready to stamp all the little messages inside the windows of my Peekaboo. So for this I'm going back to the clear set, the Wish Big Peekaboo parts, which is included in the combo, and I'm going to stamp all those little messages inside the windows. I find the quickest and easiest way to get all those little messages stamped is to put my MISTI to work. I'm using the die as a template. I put it right in my MISTI. You could certainly die cut a piece of paper and use that as your guide instead, but I think it's easy to just put my die right there inside my MISTI, and I'm just lining up all those little messages, figuring out which door they fit the best in and putting them down. And once I get them all placed on there, I'm going to go ahead and shut the lid and pick them up all at once. Of course, if you don't have a MISTI, you could certainly do this with an acrylic block. You just have to take more time and stamp each little message individually right into the windows of your card. So I'm closing my lid, and oops, I missed a couple, so I had to go back and grab those. And so I'm just inking up my stamps, and this just makes it so easy to get these all done in one shot. Really quick and easy and simple. Sorry it's shaking my camera a little bit as I ink that up. My table wasn't the sturdiest that I was using, I guess. And a little tip with using my MISTI, I like to use a towel to just rub along. I just think it makes it easier to get a good impression. So there they are, all stamped and ready to go. So cute, so fun. You'll notice there's a couple places where there aren't messages, which is fine. I could go in and add more messages if I wanted to, or I could just leave them blank. I could put a little heart in there. You know, whatever you want to do with your messages is totally up to you. For my final card, I decided I wanted that piece to be a light blue, so I used our Arctic color cardstock instead. That was easy to do since it was already all set up in my MISTI. I just had to stamp it one more time and it was ready to go. So now I'm going to do some gluing down of this piece over my messages. When you're gluing it, you want to be really careful that you don't close any of your doors with the glue, so you have to make sure you're only putting the glue in between the doors. I'm using our precision glue for this. It is my favorite adhesive. I use it all the time, and it is included in the Essential Accessories combo. And so it's a really great bottle, really easy to squeeze, and it's a very strong adhesive once it dries, and it does dry clear. So it's a great liquid glue. So I'm just making sure that I don't have my panel upside down, which I have done in my past. So you want to make sure that your messages are matching up with your windows before you glue that together. And I'm just pressing it down to make sure it's glued really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base. So I'm using one of our pre-folded cards that we have at Hero Arts, top folded card, and I'm just using more of my precision glue to get that adhered as well. And again, I want to make sure I'm not doing it upside down. Has anyone else ever done that? Accidentally put a card on upside down after you did all that work? Alright, so let's look at these cute little windows. I'm going to open up my doors, make sure that none of them are glued shut, and make sure that they're all opening really well. Okay, I didn't glue any of them closed, so yay me. Good job not messing up my doors. So I could stop here. My card is perfectly cute and fun and wonderful, but I want to do one more little thing to make it even better. So I'm going to get out our crystal clear lacquer pen. Our crystal clear lacquer pen is included in the Essentials Accessories combo, and it is it's in the same kind of tube as the precision glue, really easy to squeeze, and it adds a little shine to your card, so like a little raised shine. So I'm just putting it on some of the bows and on some of the details of my card, and it just gives it a little something extra. It is a glue basically, so you could sprinkle some glitter into that when it's wet and it would hold it in really well, but I'm just using the shine by itself on this card. And let's take a look at this finished card in just a second here as I finish up some of my embellishments. There we go. If I tilt it in the light the right way, you can see the shine that it added. Really cute. And there's my happy birthday. It's your day. Eat cake. Really fun. And here's another look at the final card. Now I want to show you some other cards I made with the same products. Here's a version that I made all in purples. I kind of went with an ombre look with the purples, which is my favorite color, and I added a little glitter glue on my presents, so this time they have some sparkle to them, lots of fun. You can see them all opening. Now here is a card from somebody on our team who did some really pretty coloring in different colors. And they use another message set on this one, which is called Mini Messages, Hero Greetings Mini Messages. They're sized very tiny that work really well in these doors. The cards we just took a look at all featured the Presents background cling stamp. Now let's look at a few using this Wish Big Peekaboo Parts clear set that's in the combo. This first one, they combined it with a die they had called Birthday Message Fancy Die, really cute. Here's one where they didn't even use the Peekaboo Doors Fancy Die. You don't need to use it. You can just use that background stamp all on its own. Such a fun card. I love this one, how they did the ink blending along the background in rainbow colors. They did beautiful coloring on the pictures that they put inside the doors. And then they used the balloons from the set as an embellishment on the top of the card. Lots of fun. And here's one done on craft paper with some white embossing. Another fun look for the same stamp set. So many different looks with just this one stamp. Really fun. A great thing about the Peekaboo Doors Fancy Die is there's a whole range of stamps that work with it. This one's called All My Love Peekaboo Parts. And there's Bookcase Peekaboo Parts. Another 6x8 cling stamp set that comes with the background as well as the little messages that go in the windows. And we have one other fancy die, the circular Peekaboo Doors Fancy Die, which you might have noticed on the heart card. It had round windows instead of square. So all of this is part of our Peekaboo line. Once you have that die that comes in your combo, there's so many other stamps you can get to go with it. This one's called Mail Jumble. It's one of the most popular of all the Peekaboo stamps. These letters are so cute. We also have these Peekaboo Doors Mini Infinity dies, which are our nesting dies. We have them in rectangles, squares, circles, and ovals, and they cut a door anywhere in your card. So you could make a little Peekaboo anywhere, which is lots of fun. Here it was used with the All My Love Peekaboo parts, but they could be used with anything. Here are the different shapes. So check out the entire Peekaboo collection on HeroArts.com. And let's take a look at our Essentials Accessories combo next. And included in our Essential Accessories combo is our Hero Hues sampler pack of our 28 colors of cardstock in A2 size sheets, so you can try them out and see what you think. Intense black ink that we used on the previous card. Our unicorn white pigment ink, which is the best white pigment ink out there. Splash reactive ink, I'll tell you a lot more about that in a second. Precision glue, crystal clear lacquer pen, our embossing and watermark ink, which is great for tone-on-tone stamping as well as heat embossing, and our sparkle embossing powder. The sparkle is so pretty on this powder, you're going to absolutely love it. And here's one more look at that Essential Accessories combo. The other thing is the freebie that we threw in, which is an enamel pin. It's adorable. It's shaped like a rubber stamp with a wooden handle, and it was to commemorate our 45th anniversary. Hero Arts has been making stamps and spreading the love of stamping for over 45 years now. The second card we're going to make today features our Lavender Field HeroScape combo. I'm going to tell you all about HeroScapes. Here's a look at that combo. It has the 6x8 clear set Lavender Field HeroScape, matching dies, and a set of inks called Libby's Purple Garden. Yes, that's me, Libby. I'm so excited about those inks. And it has an adorable freebie, which is a teddy bear enamel pin. So for this card, we're going to be using the Misty again. Here's another look at those inks. It includes passion flower, orchid, pine, and moss. If you find you like those colors of ink, we also sell them in full-size pads, and the HeroScapes stamp set. You might have noticed on mine it didn't have a label. That's because I had an early one from when they first came out as samples, but yours will surely have a black label telling you what's what on your HeroScape. So HeroScape, the idea is that it's a landscape from Hero Arts, so therefore a HeroScape, and it is a color layering set where you stamp the different stamps one after another and build up the colors to create a scene, or it looks like you've spent some time shading and coloring, but really all you're doing is inking it with your stamps. So I did the first layer, and now I'm lining up my stamp to do the next layer. You certainly could do this with an acrylic block. It doesn't have to be with the MISTI. I love to use the MISTI though, because once I get it lined up, I like to make several cards at once. It makes it so easy to mass produce the cards. So here I am doing the second color of purple, rubbing it with my towel to do my stamping. Then I switched it out and I'm doing one of my greens. And when you get this HeroScape stamp set, it's going to be in its packaging, and on the back is going to be a layering guide to help you figure out how to put the inks together to make this great scene. Now I just need to add my final layer of green ink and I'll be done with my layering. It's a little hard to see, it's a little far away to see the different colors on this, but you'll get a closer up view of this card as we move along. I'm just closing my lid to do my stamping, and there it is, my field of lavender. So pretty. Next I want to tell you a little bit about our reactive inks. The Splash reactive ink, the color Splash, is in the Essentials accessories combo. These inks blend like butter. They blend really nicely, and they're water reactive. So what that means is, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take some water and spritz it into my hand and then put the droplets down on the ink. I was a little heavy-handed, so I have really big drops, but you can see they're already starting to react. You could let it dry naturally, but if you hit it with a towel, you can see how it just picks up that color. So that's really fun for techniques. And our reactive inks come in 15 different colors, so if you find you love the Splash from your Essentials combo, you can always get more colors. They're vibrant and really pretty. So I'm going to use the Splash to make the sky on my next card, and I am not going to do a full blend on this. I could spend more time adding more and more blending to make it really smooth and solid, but since it's going to be a cloudy sky, I intentionally left it with a little bit of white showing, if you will. And so I'm just inking that up with the blue. And I'm using a blending brush for this. You could use any kind of blending tool that you prefer with these inks. All right, I'm going to just do a little sanity check and see where my lavender will be on the card. So I need to go down just a little bit farther with my blending. Now I showed you on at the beginning of this that you can react with water, but I'm not going to use that effect on this card. It's just a really cool thing to do with these inks, but I'm just using it to blend. And I wanted a little bit of purple coming up at the horizon, so I'm adding some of my Passion Flower ink from the Libby's Purple Garden ink cube pack that comes in the Lavender HeroScape combo. And I'm just adding a little bit of purple down at the bottom. Alright, so now I'm going to pull out my Unicorn White pigment ink, and I'm going to add a little bit of white to my sky. I mentioned how I wanted it to be a cloudy sky, so I'm using this white to make it even more cloudy. And you can stamp with this ink, you can emboss with it because it is a pigment ink, and it's just a really nice white ink. Okay, next I'm going to stamp some trees and a building to have in my little scene I'm making. And I did some selective inking on this tree. I did the lighter of the inks, the moss ink at the top and the pine at the bottom, just to give it some more character. You'll see that when you see the close-up of the card. And I'm stamping the building in black. I'm getting out all my dies. I'm going to die cut everything. You can see I have a cloud die there. There's actually a cloud image in the stamp set, but I'm just going to die cut that cloud with white paper rather than stamping it. And it makes a cute little cloud embellishment. There he is. Isn't he adorable? And I'm just going to get everything die cut. I had several trees, several clouds, and that one building to go on my scene. Now that I have those done, collecting my little clouds, I'm going to die cut my scene as well. There is a die that cuts along the top, and it doesn't cut along the bottom, so you can make that panel as long as you want. But there's my die cutting all done, so I'll get my machine out of the way. You can see that lavender piece cut out. And I'm just going to figure out where I want all the elements of my card. Placing my clouds up in the sky. I'm going to use some foam adhesive when I finally put everything down. Where to place my little topiary type trees, or cypress trees. I think that might be what it is in France along the lavender fields. And then I want to put a message in there, so I'm going to move everything out of the way and figure out where I want that message. And I'm going to put that back in my MISTI so I can make sure that I stamp it really well. If I don't quite get a good image, the great thing about the MISTI is I can go over it once again with my intense black ink to get a nice solid image. So let's see how it goes. And I love that message. It says, brighter days are ahead. I think that's a message that we could all take to heart right now. And it's a great encouraging card to send to friends and family. So I'm putting down some adhesive on my panel, my foam adhesive on my lavender. I'm going to go ahead and figure out my scene where I want everything to be. Very cute. And I'm just going to get everything else attached off camera. I did a combination of just gluing it down with my precision glue and popping up some of the elements as well. Probably the hardest part of the card is figuring out where to put all the pieces, right? I need a guide for that. All right, here's my finished card. I think it turned out pretty cute. And now I'm going to just put some precision glue down and put down a white card base. Ta-da! There it is. I love these HeroScapes. They make such beautiful scenes in places that I wish I could go right now as we're doing this show from home. And there's my finished card. Now, just like I did with the Peekaboo, I want to show you some other ideas with this this lavender field HeroScape. Here's one that's more simple. It just has that beautiful message and then some butterflies and really pretty blending. Here's one that really got all fancy with lots of embellishments and all the little images from the set. And that message says, "You grow more beautiful every year." Another beautiful message from the stamp set. And with heartfelt sympathy, a really beautiful, simple card on craft. Check out the entire HeroScapes collection on HeroArts.com. If you like this concept, there's several more stamp sets that you're going to love. This one is the Beach HeroScape, and it's combined with the lavender field with those buildings and trees. This one's called Tulip Field HeroScapes. I love the little hot air balloons and windmills it comes with. Here it is in another color. Again, the beach combined with the colorful buildings. And Tulip Field HeroScape again is a nice, simple, beautiful card. Beach again. I love that Beach HeroScape. So fun. Lots and lots of fun on that one. And this is the Sunflower Field HeroScape. This is the Vineyard HeroScape, done in nice autumn colors. And here it is combined with one of our fancy dies. And remember those Peekaboo Infinity nesting dies? Here it is combined with a HeroScape. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun making these cards with you, and I hope you enjoyed them. Here's another final look at our 3 bundles for the show. And reminder that if you use the code HeroExpo20, you get 20% off of those bundles. And that code is good now through tomorrow night, Sunday, October 11th at midnight. So if you want to use it, get shopping. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.